Welcome back to Delivering More, folks. I'm your host, Ben Alkire, and we have another wonderful Meet the Team to bring to everyone. Thank you for consuming the content morning, afternoon, or evening. I have to my left a pioneer of the company, I'll call. She's been here, you're going on this year 3, I think will be the anniversary.
September will be 3 years.
3 years. Going on year 3. Been a great 2 years since she joined us. I have Lissa here with me. Lissa, how's the day been out there so far?
It's been an interesting day.
Yeah,
the power went out.
Oh, I already forgot about that. It went out. We were recording a podcast and it went out.
Nice.
We had to just completely restart. It wasn't great.
No, it was. I don't like having the breaks in the middle of the day because then when it gets back up, everything's chaotic.
Yeah.
But we still got it handled.
It was kind of chaos though because everything just went black. It just went. I was like, whoa. I didn't know what happened, but that was kind of wild. Aside from that, though, it sounded a little hectic over there today. Did delivery volume picking up, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Compared to what it was, for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, always love hearing you guys getting that chatter going over there. I do. Obviously, we're here to meet you, learn a little bit more about you. So I do want to start out pretty basic and just find out where were you born and where'd you grow up? Are you from the area?
So I was born in Jacksonville, Florida. I was born on the naval base.
Okay.
My grandfather was in the Navy at the time, and my mom was young, so she still lived with her parents. But I grew up pretty much in Canton. We moved here when I was 3.
Okay.
So I've lived here my whole functional life.
Okay. Are we talking like downtown Canton, right out of Canton? Like where at?
No, basically downtown. Like 4 blocks from like the center of downtown Canton.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so basically in the middle of downtown.
Perfect. And what did you go to like Canton McKinley, Timken?
Yeah, I went to McKinley.
McKinley. Okay. You're Bulldog. Nice.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So I went to private school for elementary school, and then I went to Lehman, which
I remember Lehman. Yeah,
I went to Lehman. I was actually, when they built the new school, my 8th grade class was the first class in the new school.
All right. See, I told you you're a pioneer. I told you. I was just foreshadowing. That's all that was. I knew it. So obviously, you said you moved to Canton when you were 3.
Yeah.
Went to McKinley in high school. What age, I guess I will say, what age was your first job and what was it?
So I did not work a paid job until I was 22 when it was Walmart.
Man. Mm-hmm. Well, so you said paid job specifically. Yeah. Did you like volunteer and stuff before that? Yeah, I did a lot of volunteering.
Okay. My family didn't believe in us working. And when we were in school, they just didn't think we needed to do that. So I would volunteer a lot at animal shelters. I would volunteer at nursing homes. Anywhere that would take me in college, basically, I would volunteer. So I was used to working. I just had never been paid to work before. Right. And then I moved back home after school. And I went to work at Walmart because it was the first place that answered me. Easy.
Were you like a stock, like a shell person or like a cashier?
Ironically, I answered the phones in the fitting room.
Okay.
That's what I do. I answer the phone.
What are the phones for in the fitting room?
That's for the whole store.
Okay.
It's like the switch. The fitting room is like the switchboard for the whole store.
Oh, okay.
So if you call a Walmart, you go to the fitting room and then they transfer you to where you need.
Got you. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was like, why? I was like, I don't think the rooms are that backlogged that you gotta like call to schedule a fitting at Walmart. What are we doing here? That's wild. What you mentioned college. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Kent.
Kent. Okay. Can't write. What is it? Can't read, can't write, Kent State. Is that what they say? Something along those lines. You never heard that one?
I've never heard that. Oh, I was a nerd though. So.
Jim, you heard that one. What is it? Can't read, can't write, Kent State. Yeah. See. Yeah, he gets it. But that's what we're 40 minutes down the road from Kent. I've been up to Kent a few different times. It's a good time. What'd you study while you were over there?
So I actually studied psychology.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to study history, but I had a counselor in high school, and she told me, she goes, oh, well, you know what, you get free with a history degree. And I said, no, what? And she goes, they teach you how to say, do you want fries with that?
Yeah.
And it terrified me. So I didn't go for history. I went for psychology, and I left 2 credits shy of finishing.
Dang.
Because I hated it.
No way. Mm-hmm. You hated that much you couldn't stick out like one more class?
Yeah, I could. No, it was 2 credits, and I couldn't do it. I'm like, no, I'm done. And then I transferred to Kent Stark to do a history degree.
Oh, okay. So, and you finished out that degree?
I did.
Okay, nice. I feel like I don't necessarily agree with what you said it was a counselor that said that.
Yeah, it was a high school counselor.
Okay. I don't necessarily agree with that in full, but I feel like when we were in school, like the history teachers were always like a coach of some sort. So it was always like the guy who just like got paid to like do other stuff, so they just had to find somewhere where he could like fit in a little bit. I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't know. I had really good history teachers in high school.
They were great.
Favorite,
yeah, I loved them. Mr. Heidi. Jim didn't go to middle school. Mr. Heidi. Shout out Mr. Heidi if you're watching this. Probably not. 7th grade history teacher, all time. Great guy. Loved him. So obviously we touched on your college, your high school, your college, your first work history. What did you do out of college? So, never mind. Walmart was 22. That was out of college, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Work history after Walmart, did you go into like full-time gigs, like career type gigs, or what'd you do after that?
So right out of Walmart, I was about to get married, and I went to work at a call center in downtown Canton because everyone I knew was going to work there, and I'm like,
right.
Okay, I'll go work there. It was the worst place I've ever worked in my entire life.
Yeah, shout out. I don't know. I'm kidding. I have no idea if that was it.
It was not them.
Yeah.
So worst place I've ever worked in my entire life. They were terrible. And I worked there for 2 years, almost. And then I got married, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to do this anymore. So I left, and I went to volunteer at an animal shelter full time.
Nice. So the only I think animal shelter, obviously, like the Stark Humane is kind of like the main one around here, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So they're not around anymore. It was an
Okay.
independent shelter called Jade's Rescue.
Nice.
There was some issues they hadn't having to shut down. But I worked there for a while.
And that's obviously unpaid again, like you said before,
it was
right?
just-
Dang,
yeah, it was
that's
volunteering.
crazy. That's wild. So then, does that lead us up to then how you hear about DeliverThat and where you get introduced to the company, or are we still a couple years out from that?
Yeah, we're still a few years away from that.
Okay.
I got bored, which is how I ended up here, honestly, long run. I went to work for another call center because I met a girl in the bus, and she's like, yeah, I love where I work. And I'm like, all right, cool, so I'll go work there. Also not great. And then, so I worked there for a while, and then my sister moved back to town with her daughter, who had some medical issues. She couldn't go to daycare.
Right.
And I went, I'll just quit my job and take care of her. So I did that for 3 years. But then she was ready to go to preschool. She didn't need me anymore. And I went, okay, I guess I'll go back to work. I put in 2 applications. One was here. Never heard of it before. It was an ad on Indeed.
Right.
I knew nothing about it. I'm just like, cool, whatever. I can answer phones. I'm good at that. The other was like a chiropractor's office.
Okay.
That wanted people to just like answer their phones. I went on both interviews. I come here, had a great interview with Chelsea. He's great, obviously.
Yeah, Christian.
Had a great interview with him, and left. And I'm like, that is the coolest people. Went to the other interview. They were so rude. Got called to come back here, and then just never called those people back.
All right. And never looked back. Haven't looked back since.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And then so obviously as your time with DeliverThat begins, at the time we didn't really call it a CSR role, right? So I mean this was So you said you're going on year 3, so you would have been brought on in 2019? 2020.
Yeah, middle of the pandemic.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. I guess for some reason I thought you were just the year before that. Okay. Either way, we didn't call you guys CSRs at the time. It was more just like the dispatch team as a whole, right?
Yeah.
Is what it was at the time.
Yeah, because there's only like 5 people.
Right. So, but you come in, you're taking calls, you're kind of doing the routing, you're helping people in their problem scenarios, whether they're at a restaurant that doesn't have the food, they can't find the customer, what have you. You obviously have mentioned you've been like a call rep before. Do you enjoy that aspect of like helping people out, or how do you just continue to do that day in and day out? Do you just enjoy talking to people?
Yeah. My favorite, I love here because I talk to the same people. I get to know them. I know the drivers. I know who I talk to every day. I know where they like to go. I know the kind of places they like to deliver to. I know what's going to make them mad. I ask, if they have to hold, they'll tell me about their life. I ask about their grandkids. We have a driver who has horses. She has a horse farm. And every time I talk to her, I ask how the horses are doing. So I like getting to know them. I love talking to them. And I like de-escalating when they're nervous, when they're upset, when things are getting out of control.
Just calming them down a little bit.
And they just need somebody there to be like, look, it's fine. We got this. We can handle this. I've done this 4 times today. We're good. And I like doing that.
Yeah, I think like what you're saying too is realistically like when you're in that scenario, it can feel like your like world is like melting down sometimes. But in reality, what you said, like they're just another driver experiencing almost like the same scenario, just in a different city or with a different brand, with a different customer. But like you said, it's like what we're doing on the day-to-day basis. So
Yeah,
like
I've done this today already. Like, let me help you.
Yeah,
I'm here. I can fix this for you. Yeah. So, and they, of course, because you've got a delivery you're on now. You're about to be late to the next one. You've got one up behind that.
Right.
That's good, stressful. It's terrifying. You're afraid you're gonna get in trouble. You're afraid the customer's gonna yell at you. You don't know what's going on. And then just call us, and I'll help. I'll help you take care of it. We'll get you back on track.
Yeah, and you're the best at it. You're more than the best at it. Just outstanding. And the only other thing I think I didn't really touch on with your time here at DeliverThat is you've always been part-time, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yep.
I think we've begged, we've pleaded. Mitch has probably got on his hands and knees a couple of times, asked you how we can get you full-time. Are you willing to provide, like, I don't know that you've ever told me personally, but like, is that just you want to keep your free time? You find it easier to like balance your life with like being here 3 days a week instead of 5? Is there anything about that?
It's a little bit of a combination. So when I first interviewed, obviously you don't know what kind of situation you're going into, and I could have hated it here, and I didn't want to commit to too much.
Right.
So I was really hard on like 15 hours, which I actually work 20 now.
Yeah.
I was like 15 hours.
We bumped it up a little.
I was like 15 hours hard. I'm like no more than 3 days a week, however you want to make that work. And I got the best schedule ever. Who doesn't want to just not work Mondays and Fridays?
Yeah,
ever?
That's actually very true.
So that's part of it. It's great because like it's a mini vacation every week. Who doesn't want to work that? And it makes it really easy to do work-life balance.
Right.
I rescue on the side.
Of course.
I always have animals in and out that I'm rescuing and taking care of. So I like to have time to do that. Another part of it is just that to sit at the desk all day for 5 days is exhausting.
Yeah, for sure.
So
especially
you need
what you're doing.
Yeah, you need recovery time. So that's another part of it. And like again, it's the best schedule ever. I'm not going back now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think if I could have off Monday and Friday. I mean, it's having off Monday. I think I would work Tuesday to Friday, honestly, just to have off Monday. I think Monday is like, it's just a grind sometimes. It's not great. It's not great. But what on those days off, right? What are you doing in your free time? What do you find yourself up to? So you mentioned you rescue animals, pets, things like that. What else do you spend your free time doing?
I do a lot of reading, obsessive amounts of reading.
Spoil for this or that, but we'll get to it still.
I read 4 books last weekend. Look at me like that.
4?
4.
How like multiple hundreds of pages?
Yeah, well, I mean, one was a manga.
What is that?
It's like a comic. It's like a Japanese comic.
Okay. Okay. I've heard of that. I just didn't know how to pronounce it. I got you.
Okay. Yeah. So it wasn't quite as like wordy as others. So
what is your favorite like genre of book?
It's always going to be urban fantasy.
Every fantasy. Time. Mm-hmm. So we're talking like made up creatures, made up characters, made up worlds.
Yeah, well, like wizards, vampires, but in like our world, just like walking around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and some people might argue that actually is happening, and we're just not aware of it, right? I mean,
there are people.
You never know. You never know. All right. Well, I think we kind of already disclosed the answer to this or that, so I might have to on the spot think of a new one. Nate, if you think of a random this or that we can provide Lissa other than the one that she just spoiled, let me know. Shout it out. But we'll still run with it. We'll never know. So we're going to close it out. Mm-hmm. This or that. I just need you to provide me one or the other. I'm going to give you 2 options. I'll maybe pry a little bit at the answers. We'll see what you say, and we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
First off, early mornings or late nights?
Early mornings, but sleep is overrated, so both.
Okay, like a sleep when you die type person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I respect that. Hot or cold?
Cold. Always cold.
Cold. Oh, yeah. You're like the winter person.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we do not agree on that. Facts. Okay. Rescue topic, dogs or cats?
Dogs are more fun, but you get more cats.
Oh, well, yeah, you get more cats. Who do you think is, I don't know if this is a dumb question or not, who do you think is easier to build a relationship with, a dog or a cat?
A dog, 100%. Yeah. Always.
Cats are just like temperamental kind
of. And they hold grudges.
Okay.
It's like you make them mad one time, they never forget.
Yeah, that's tough. That can be tough. All right, and this is kind of the spoiler we already gave. You can maybe switch it up though. I don't know. You might switch us up on us. Books or movies?
So I like movies, but only if they have not been a book.
Ooh, okay.
Original movies only. If they've been a book, we're not. Yeah, I'm just gonna read the book, but
okay. What we'll keep it on since we already mentioned your favorite genre of book. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie in general?
Yeah, all time, or like top couple. If you got a couple that just like jumped in mind.
Probably The Princess Bride is gonna be my favorite movie.
That's a great movie.
It's great. I grew up watching it like my whole life, so. I like old 80s movies like Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Okay.
Fantastic. Monty Python movies. Fantastic.
Right.
So like those are gonna be my favorites.
What Nate? Nate. You'll like this. I'm gonna try and act out this line. What's the guy with the black hair say? He says like, "My name is something something something. You killed my father. Prepare to die." What's that guy?
It's Inigo Montoya.
Montoya. Did I say Montoya? Did I say that?
No, you said something.
Oh man, I swear. Maybe it was just in my brain. I thought his last name. I thought I was gonna say Tony Montana is what I was gonna say, but I knew that wasn't right. But Montoya is kind of, if you take, I think you can get Montoya out of Tony Montana for sure if you scramble the letters up a little bit. We were close.
Close.
We were close enough. All right, and we will we'll close it out here. Last one. Staying in or going out to eat?
Staying in.
Okay. Are you a chef by trade? You cook, you chef it up a little bit? Favorite meal to make?
So we do meal kits, which are really cool because you could have like a lot of different food. But I have a lot of food allergies, so I don't like to go places where I have to be like, okay, I want this.
Yeah, but I can't have that, this, and this.
But I need to give you like a laundry list of other things, and I hate to do that
it's just
to
awkward.
restaurant staff. Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite? No free ads, so HelloFresh, we're not talking about you if that's who it is. I don't know. But what is the favorite meal prep kit that you get?
We do every plate because they're cheaper, but it's the same food.
I think honestly, my parents, I have no idea. They get like a meal prep thing too. I think it might be every plate. I generally have no idea. They only get 2 a week though, and they're usually pretty good.
They're really good, and they're really easy too. Because like I'm not a cook person, and I can almost always not mess them up. Yeah.
I agree with that. And like some of the ones, they just come with like a foil pan. Sometimes you just like throw the stuff in the pan, like throw it in the oven. It's just out. Just like,
oh yeah, the ready to yeah. We've gotten a few of those.
Yeah, it's just like good to go, easy, quick and easy, in and out, easy peasy. Lissa, I appreciate you spending time with me today. It was great getting to know you a little better. Spent what we said we're going on year 3 in September.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's honestly gone so fast. This obviously time here goes so fast in general, but we appreciate you obviously spending time with the company, spending time with us. Hopefully people like getting to know you a little bit better as much as I did, and we'll see you very soon.
Bye.